Michael and the question behind the headline. Michael sat before the morning news. The headline sounded calm. Memorandum of Understanding, Mediators, Regional Stability, Qatar, Pakistan, Iran, America, Israel, Lebanon. The words were polished, diplomatic, respectable. But Michael had lived long enough to know that dangerous ideas often arrive wearing beautiful words. He whispered, "How is Israel supposed to defend itself when the world asks it to trust arrangements shaped by people who may not truly stand with Israel's right to live?" Then the room changed. Michael was standing in a great chamber called the world. At the center was a table. America sat there, tired and divided. Iran sat there smiling, with one hand on the table and one hand hidden beneath it. Qatar wore a robe called neutrality. Pakistan carried a folder called mediation. Lebanon sat exhausted, begging to breathe. And Israel stood alert, carrying memory, grief, vigilance, and the responsibility of protecting its children. Behind Lebanon stood Hezbollah. Behind Hezbollah stood Iran. And behind Iran stood the old dream of domination, dressed up as resistance. Michael felt anger rise, but truth appeared beside him. Truth said, "Michael, before you decide what to believe, ask better questions." Michael asked, "What questions?" Truth pointed to the headline. "Ask who wrote it. Ask who benefits if you believe it. Ask what facts are missing. Ask what history is being ignored. Ask what words are being used to soften danger. Ask what words are being used to inflame hatred." Then social media entered the room, glowing and loud. "Don't think," it whispered. "React, share, repeat, belong." An influencer stepped forward, smiling into a camera. "I can explain the whole Middle East in 15 seconds, he said. Truth looked at Michael and said, "Be careful of anyone who sells certainty faster than they can explain evidence." Michael turned to Qatar. "How did you become the honest broker?" Qatar answered, "We speak to everyone." Truth replied, "Speaking to everyone is not the same as being neutral." Michael saw money flowing into American universities. He saw slogans replacing history. He saw students repeating words they had never investigated. He saw Jewish students being told they were unsafe or unwelcome for defending Israel's right to exist. Then Michael turned to Pakistan. "And how do you mediate," he asked, "when powerful Islamist currents in your world have long dreamed of politics ruled by religious supremacy?" Pakistan opened its folder and said, "We seek peace." Courage stepped forward. "Peace without truth," Courage said, "is only a pause before the next betrayal." Then America said, "We are trying to prevent a wider war." Michael answered, "Then do not confuse preventing war with rewarding those who start fires through proxies." Iran slowly lifted its hidden hand. On its fingers were names: Hamas, Hezbollah, Houthis, militias, missiles, drones, tunnels, propaganda, fear. Michael looked around the table. If Iran arms Hezbollah, threatens Israel, and destabilizes the region, how can Iran be treated as a legitimate voice in arrangements involving Lebanon and Israel? No one answered. Then a child entered the chamber. The child was not Israeli, Lebanese, Iranian, American, Muslim, Jewish, or Christian. The child was simply alive. The child asked, "Why do adults teach children whom to hate before they teach them how to know what is true?" The room went silent. Truth knelt beside the child. "This is where freedom begins," Truth said. "A free person must not be a parrot. A free person must not be owned by a headline, a professor, a politician, an influencer, a donor, a bot, or even by anger." Michael understood. The lesson was larger than one headline. Question what you read. Question what you hear. Question what you want to believe. Ask for evidence. Ask for sources. Ask what happened before the video began. Ask what was cut out. Ask what words are being repeated to manipulate you. Use ChatGPT. Use search. Use books. Use history. Compare claims. Ask what is known, what is opinion, and what is propaganda. But never worship any tool. No tool is God. No headline is truth by itself. No influencer owns your mind. Truth said, the goal is not to win the argument. The goal is to become harder to deceive. Michael looked at Israel. Israel said, I want peace, but I cannot gamble my children on vague promises made by people who will not pay the price if those promises fail. Lebanon whispered, I want to be free too. Michael answered, then the world must stop pretending Hezbollah is Lebanon. Lebanon deserves to breathe without Iran's hand around its throat. The child looked at Michael. What should people do when they do not know what to believe? Michael said, pause, breathe. Do not repost anger. Do not repeat slogans. Ask better questions until the fog begins to clear. The chamber faded. Michael returned to the quiet room. The headline was still there, but now he saw the question behind the headline, and he wrote, before you believe the story being sold to you, ask who is selling it, who benefits from it, what truth is missing, and whether it protects life or disguises danger as peace.